16. This person is your family is crab and. Archangel Michael says, silence is not always peace, and calmness does not always mean safety. There is a person within your family circle whose presence looks comforting on the surface, but deep down, their heart holds envy and deception. They operate like a crab, moving sideways, never directly, always hiding their true intentions beneath layers of charm and care. They smile when others speak of your success, but their spirit tightens with jealousy. They show concern when you suffer, but secretly they breathe easier when you fall. This person is close to you, perhaps too close. They have learned how to move undetected. They know your history, your habits, your pain points. They study your every move, not to support you, but to calculate your vulnerability. Type Amen to get blessing 322. This is not just about gossip or small betrayal. It's deeper, it's an invisible net they've been weaving around your life. You felt drained around them, but couldn't explain why. Your energy dims in their presence because they feed off your light. They act like a crab, pulling you back into the bucket whenever you try to climb out. And the saddest part is, they call it love. You've shared secrets with them. You've trusted them during your weakest moments. Now, they're using that trust as leverage. Comment, I am waking up to truth. Because this moment is your awakening. And the veil is finally lifting. They talk behind your back, twisting truths into dangerous weapons. They pretend to defend you but secretly enjoy the attention they get for your struggle. They want others to doubt you so they can feel superior. Type Amen to get blessing 177. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. Archangel Michael says, this person moves like a shadow in daylight. They mimic kindness while planting traps beneath your feet. Their energy is heavy, and their intentions are masked with family loyalty. But blood does not always mean bond. Some spirits are placed near you not for love, but for testing. This one has already failed their test. You'll notice their patterns when you look closely. Their compliments come with hidden jabs. Their hugs feel colder than the room around you. Comment, I reclaim my spiritual clarity. Because once you see them for who they are, your power will rise again. And they won't be able to hide anymore. They manipulate with emotion, playing the victim when caught. They distract you from your goals with their fake emergencies. They always need something, but never give anything. Type Amen to get blessing 555. They talk to outsiders about your business. They seek alliances with those who envy you. They create storms and then act like they're helping clean up. You've likely defended them before, blinded by loyalty. You made excuses for their behavior, calling it a bad day or misunderstanding. But now the truth is vibrating in your soul. It's not confusion you're feeling, it's confirmation. Your instincts have screamed louder each time they stood too close. It's time to trust what you feel. Comment, I release the false ones from my circle. Because your peace matters more than their fake affection. And your destiny cannot be delayed any longer. They dislike seeing you loved. They compete with your attention silently. They even mimic your habits to mirror your shine. Type Amen to get blessing 909. You were chosen to break this pattern. They were placed near you to challenge your discernment. But now your spiritual eyes are opening. You won't need to confront them with anger. Distance and silence will be enough. Let heaven handle what they tried to hide. The crab moves sideways to avoid being seen. But now their shell is cracking. And their movements are becoming visible. Comment, expose what needs to be exposed. Because you're no longer afraid of the truth. You're ready to be free. This person may pretend to pray for you. But their energy blocks blessings from flowing smoothly into your life. They are a spiritual weight disguised as family. Type Amen to get blessing 388. They bring up your past not to reflect but to anchor you there. They laugh at your growth in private. They act surprised when you succeed, though they were secretly hoping you'd fail. You've seen glimpses of their betrayal before. But every time, you ignored it. No more. This is your spiritual wake-up call. The crab cannot live in light for long, it needs the shadows. So now, let the light expose it. Comment, I allow divine light to reveal all hidden enemies. Because nothing hidden can remain in your life anymore. Your purpose is too big to carry snakes in your boat. Their energy makes your goals blur. They distract you from the steps you were supposed to take. They talk about love but never act in it. Type Amen to get blessing 266. They may even use their relation to you as a tool to control you. They guilt you into staying close. They shame you when you try to set boundaries. Archangel Michael says, this season is not about being nice. It's about being wise. And wisdom requires separation. Let them gossip. Let them act confused. Your spirit is not responsible for their deception. Comment, I cut ties with disguised chaos. Because peace feels foreign when you've been around fake love too long. But now, peace is your birthright. You are not abandoning family, you are choosing survival. Because not everyone in your family is carrying love. Some are carrying hidden swords. Type Amen to get blessing 800. They don't clap when you win. They don't show up unless they benefit. They pretend to care just long enough to stay relevant in your life. They see your light, but instead of honoring it, they envy it. They never ask how you're truly doing, they only ask what they can take. And when they see you smiling, it makes their demons restless. You are being released from their grip. The cycle is ending. The storm they caused is turning against them. Comment, I am protected from all spiritual thieves. Because they can't steal what's guarded by God. And you are surrounded by angels. They may try to cry when you pull away. They may twist the story. But truth always wins. Type Amen to get blessing 515. This time, don't explain yourself. Don't fight to prove your worth. Just walk away with grace and clarity. Let heaven write the final chapter. Because your elevation begins when they no longer have access. Let their shadows talk, you are stepping into the light. They will feel the absence of your loyalty. And they will realize too late what they lost. But by then, you'll be too free to look back. Comment, I choose truth over tradition. Because fake loyalty only chains the spirit. Now, you are walking in divine honesty. They cannot come where you are going. They were only part of the preparation, not the promise. And now the gate is closing behind them. Type Amen to get blessing 1231. They used your kindness as currency, exchanging it for power among others behind your back. But heaven saw what they whispered. They cannot outrun what they sowed in secret. Now, their actions are echoing. Everything they did in shadows is coming to light. And you will rise above it untouched. They may have laughed at your pain once. But now they will be silenced by your rise. What they meant to destroy you is becoming the fuel for your greatness. Type Amen to get blessing 9991. Comment, every weapon formed against me will break before reaching me. Because that is the energy you now carry. You are protected, chosen, and elevated. They once thought you needed them to thrive. But the truth is, they needed your light to feel relevant. And now that you've pulled back, their spirit feels exposed. They will try to pretend they don't care. But inside, their peace is crumbling. Because the light of truth burns where darkness has made its home. They know you're no longer blind to their patterns. They see it in your silence. They feel it in your energy. Type Amen to get blessing 4747. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. You don't have to announce your withdrawal. Your absence will speak louder than confrontation ever could. Distance is your new protection. They will soon face situations where they'll need the kindness they threw away. They'll miss the peace your presence brought. But by then, you'll be in rooms they were never meant to enter. This person is learning a divine lesson. When you bite the hand that fed your soul, you go hungry. When you curse light, you're left in darkness. Comment, let justice be done spiritually. Because heaven doesn't overlook repeated betrayal. And your angels are already moving on your behalf. This person used to monitor your moves secretly. Now, their access is blocked. And that silence terrifies them. Type Amen to get blessing 6400. You will no longer doubt your worth. You will no longer entertain masked love. You will walk forward with discernment and dignity. Their smile won't fool you anymore. You won't confuse family ties with spiritual alignment. Loyalty should never come at the cost of your peace. They may try to create false stories. They may try to play the victim. But truth cannot be shaken once it's revealed. Comment, I welcome divine restoration. Because everything they tried to block is now being returned to you tenfold. And this time, it won't pass through their hands. Your blessings will come directly. No filters. No middlemen. Type Amen to get blessing 3113. Archangel Michael says, your family line will be cleansed through your awareness. You were chosen to break this spirit of manipulation and hidden envy. You are the light sent to expose and expel it. Even if you are misunderstood, do not step backward. You don't owe explanations to darkness. You owe protection to your peace. They will try to guilt-trip you with memories. But love without truth is a trap. And you've outgrown traps. Comment, let my peace be louder than their noise. Because when peace enters, chaos loses power. And now you are led by peace. Their plan was to drain you emotionally and spiritually. They wanted you confused, small, and dependent. But now you're awake, and they fear the power of your clarity. Type Amen to get blessing 8888. This is your season of silent breakthroughs. You don't need to prove a point. You just need to stay aligned. They may pretend to change, but consistency reveals character. And time is about to tell the truth. Let them watch you rise. Let them sit in the discomfort of their choices. Let them feel what real loss looks like. Comment, I am no longer who I was when they hurt me. Because growth is your revenge. And healing is your victory. You'll meet new people soon. People who love without manipulation. Who stand beside you without trying to stand over you. Type Amen to get blessing 2002. Your real family is not only by blood. It's made of those who honor your soul. And those souls are being aligned with you now. They will speak life, not competition. They will lift you, not drain you. And your spirit will know the difference. The one who acted like a crab tried to trap you in their world of cycles. But you broke free. And freedom always offends those who benefit from your captivity. Let them be offended. Let them be confused. You are not available for spiritual parasites anymore. Comment, I guard my peace above all now. Because peace is not a luxury for you, it is your divine necessity. Type Amen to get blessing 9393. Archangel Michael says, the last tears you cried were seeds. Now the harvest is here. And nothing they do can stop it from blooming. Stay away from their chaos. It's not yours to fix. Let them deal with what they created. Protect your energy like a crown. You didn't come this far to be dragged into recycled pain. You came to be a cycle breaker. And you have done exactly that. The moment you saw the truth, the curse began to lift. Now your blessings are no longer stuck. Comment, I walk boldly into my new season. Because it's already here. And no crab can block what is already divine. Type Amen to get blessing 4545. They feel the shift even though you've said nothing. Your silence has become a boundary they can't cross. The spiritual wall around you is rising, brick by brick, word by word. They're restless now, pacing in confusion. Because the energy they fed off no longer responds to them. Your growth starves their manipulation. They can no longer use your love as leverage. They can no longer twist your kindness into weakness. You've awakened into strength they never imagined you'd find. Type Amen to get blessing 7077. Comment, I break every emotional chain today. Because emotional bondage is not your legacy. Peace is now your inheritance. They've tried to turn others against you, masking lies in concern. But even those who once believed them are starting to see the truth. Because truth always has a louder echo than deception. The light is now on their face. And their shadows are falling apart. Let them be exposed, not by you, but by their own behavior. You're stepping into rooms where they don't belong. You're having conversations they'll never be invited to. And that bothers them more than you know. Type Amen to get blessing 6333. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. They act like they're not watching. But their eyes are always on you. They watch your posts, your steps, your silence, and all of it unnerves them. Because they know what's coming next for you is untouchable. And their role in your life is no longer secure. Heaven already began the transfer. They feel the shift. They feel the distance. And they feel the fear. Comment, let everything attached to my past fall away. Because the version of you that tolerated disrespect is gone. What remains is strength, purpose, and divine alignment. They had a chance to stand beside you. But they chose to compete. Now they're losing access. Type Amen to get blessing 9191. Your glow-up isn't just physical, it's spiritual. That's why they look unsettled when they see you smile. Your peace threatens the very chaos they tried to plant. You were meant to outgrow their games. And now that you have, they don't know how to exist without controlling you. But you no longer belong to their web. You've broken every pattern they tried to bind you with. No more guilt. No more second chances for energy thieves. Comment, I close the door and throw away the key. Because they don't deserve re-entry. This boundary is blessed. They'll say you changed. And they're right. You evolved. Type Amen to get blessing 5885. You've shifted into a frequency they cannot fake. And they can't reach you without real transformation. So now they sit in discomfort, realizing they misjudged your grace. Your absence has taught them more than your presence ever could. And heaven is making sure they feel it. Let the silence speak. They'll look for another to leech from. But no one else will feed their spirit the way your light did. And it will haunt them. Comment, I honor my growth by not looking back. Because what's ahead is too sacred to return to the familiar pain. Let the past remain where it belongs, behind you. They'll regret what they did when no apology will fix it. And you will be too aligned to accept their mask again. It's done. Type Amen to get blessing 3333. This was not just a test, it was your transformation. You passed by seeing the truth and walking in it. Now favor is your new friend. Expect acceleration. Expect divine replacement. Expect better, because better is being prepared just for you. You've paid the price in tears, in silence, in wounds that no one saw. But now, heaven is handing you the reward. And it will be public. Comment, I am ready to receive everything that's mine. Because it's time. You've earned this peace, this joy, this new beginning. The crab spirit has been removed. And your space is now sacred. Only love, truth, and peace can stay. Type Amen to get blessing 2020. They thought they had more time. They thought you would always be within reach, always willing to forgive, always easy to fool. But what they didn't expect was your evolution. Now you're no longer reacting, you're rising. No longer explaining, you're elevating. And no longer accepting crumbs, you're claiming what you truly deserve. The foundation they tried to shake has turned to stone. And your spirit now walks on higher ground. They can scream lies, but the truth stands taller. Type Amen to get blessing 7878. Comment, I am unreachable to those with bad intentions. Because this version of you can no longer be manipulated. Your clarity is a weapon no enemy can endure. You were once soft in their presence, pliable, trusting. But life has forged you into something divine. And they're realizing too late that you're not who they left behind. They speak of loyalty, yet acted with betrayal. They speak of family, yet moved with sabotage. But their words carry no power now. You've been marked by heaven. And what God covers, no false love can uncover. Let them watch from the sidelines, they forfeited their place beside you. Type Amen to get blessing 6556. Archangel Michael says, your bloodline is being rewritten. It will no longer carry cycles of hidden envy and silent sabotage. You are the chosen one sent to heal and divide what cannot go forward. This person underestimated how powerful your silence could be. They thought they won when you went quiet. But silence was your sword. While they plotted, you prayed. While they gossiped, you grew. And while they watched, you walked straight into destiny. Comment, let every false connection fall now. Because elevation comes with separation. And you are no longer in the season of tolerance. They used to be the first you'd call. Now, they're not even worth the thought. And that shift in your energy is what haunts them. Type Amen to get blessing 4444. They are trying to rebuild bridges they once burned. But you've already crossed to a new land. And you don't build backward. You've learned how to bless people from a distance. How to forgive without re-entry. How to love yourself more than the illusion of loyalty. They hate that you no longer flinch at their silence. That you no longer fold under their disappointment. Because now you move for heaven, not human approval. Comment, I only walk with divine alignment now. Because nothing fake can follow you into this next chapter. And this time, your blessings come with protection. They'll say you changed for the worse. But really, you changed for the better. You remembered who you are. Type Amen to get blessing 6000. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. They don't recognize you anymore. Because you're no longer small enough to be controlled. You outgrew the version they were comfortable manipulating. You are light they can no longer dim. You are a story they can no longer edit. You are a force they can no longer calculate. Your presence used to feed their pride. Now your distance bruises their ego. And they are unraveling in the background. Comment, I leave behind what no longer reflects me. Because your future is too bright for familiar shadows. And you are finally free. Let them pretend they don't care. You'll see it in their eyes next time, they'll blink slower, speak softer, regret harder. But you will have already closed the book. Type Amen to get blessing 3003. This is the season where you don't just survive, you soar. You don't just recover, you reign. You don't just heal, you lead. Every room they blocked you from is now calling your name. Every word they used against you is returning to them tenfold. And every door they slammed shut is now opening wider than before. You're not stepping into revenge. You're stepping into revelation. And your spirit is no longer tolerating their access. Comment, my peace is permanent. Because what you've built now cannot be torn down by envy. It's sealed by truth. You are no longer the one who pleads to be understood. You are the one who walks away fully understood by the heavens. And that is all that matters. Type Amen to get blessing 8080. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20.